Hi you guys, I hope that you are all doing well. I have a couple of fun little road trips that are coming up, and so I need to pack this week. Thought I would share with you guys what I'm bringing with me. I always think it's really interesting to see people's travel makeup or travel skincare because I feel like that's actually what they're using every day and kind of like their essentials that they want to have with them. So I'm going to be sharing my makeup with you guys today, and if you want to see my travel skincare, let me know. I can do that too. But as far as makeup products, this is kind of like my go-to products that I've been reaching for recently. A lot of them will be familiar to you guys, some of them are newer, and to be 100% honest, I usually bring all of this makeup and then rarely wear any of it when I'm on a little vacation or anything like that. But because this is like the first time we're really traveling in a long time, and I'm definitely putting traveling in like quotation marks because it's definitely a very different style of travel, but because this is the first time that I'm like leaving the area in a while, I thought it'd be fun to bring some makeup, and hopefully there'll be some nice restaurants with outdoor dining and stuff that we can go to. You never know, I might want to pull all this stuff out, I might not. With that being said, I'm gonna walk through the products and show you guys them in action. Starting off with base products, I am using some skincare right now that makes me a bit more sun sensitive, so I'm especially diligent with putting on SPF in the morning if I know I'm going to be out. I actually have an SPF on already. I just layered a complexion product over top of that, but what I'm planning to bring on my trip, and probably more for like everyday use instead of like for dinners or any time that I really want to dress up, is this Color Science Sun Forgettable Total Protection Face Shield. This is SPF 50. I've talked about this before. This has color changing particles in it, so it starts off white, and then as you kind of rub it into your skin, it actually changes color on you and like fits your skin tone. There are 4 shades of this. I'm the very lightest shade, and it just provides like a decent amount of coverage, kind of like a blurring effect to your skin because it is a mineral sunscreen, and it's just a good everyday product. So if I wasn't already wearing SPF, I would have just applied this, but since I was already wearing SPF, I thought I'd share the other complexion product that I'm going to bring, and this is more for like if I want to go out to dinner or if I want to be a little bit more dressed up, and that is the Kjaer Weis liquid foundation. This has just become like one of my favorite foundations of all time. It's very skin-like, very weightless on your skin. It's just kind of like everything that I want my foundation to be, so like a my skin but better look. And I just apply a few drops of this and then just really like rub it and pat it into my skin. I kind of like rub it on place and then tap it into my skin so that it really sets. In my opinion, a light to medium coverage, definitely not a full coverage product. So I do like to go in with a concealer afterwards if I have any spots that are popping up, or in this case I have some darkness kind of around like my mouth area and underneath my eyes. So I'm going to be using the Kosas Revealer Concealer. This has been a favorite for so long. I have it in the shade 02. I know that this tends to run yellow, but for me that just works for the areas that I've been concealing. So I've been super happy with this, super happy with the weight of it, and I just apply a very small amount to any areas that I just want a little extra coverage on. And again, this is a skin-like formula. I personally don't think it's full coverage. I think it's more like light to medium depending on how much you apply, but it certainly does what I want it to do. I do get creasing on this, but I tend to not worry too much about creasing. I think there's like very few concealers that I've ever tried that have never ever creased on me, so it doesn't really bother me. If I see it kind of collecting, I just take my finger and tap it out, and then it's good as new. So this is always a staple that I bring with me, and then certainly if I had just used the SPF product and I needed some concealer work or extra coverage, I would layer this on top of that. Moving on to eyes, I tend to be very low maintenance with eye products. I always bring like eyeshadows and stuff, and then I never end up using them, so I'm gonna suggest a palette, but I'm actually not gonna bring it with me because I know myself and I know I won't use it. So for eyes, I keep it really minimal. Eyebrows, I'm just using this Eco Brow Clear Brow Gel. I was using the Kjaer Weis Brow Gel for a while, which is tinted. Absolutely love that one. Just like have a lot going on in my brows right now, and I'm not trying to add extra volume. So we're going with clear just to keep them in place, keep them from going crazy or curly or anything like that. And then for my eyes, I always bring eyelash curlers. Even on days where like I don't really wear mascara, if I'm going out, I do tend to curl my eyelashes. I just feel like it gives like a really nice lift, opens up your eyes, and gives the like no mascara effect. But if I do want to apply mascara, I'm still using this La Bouche Rouge mascara, still absolutely loving it. This might be one of my favorite luxury mascaras that I've tried. It just gives really nice length, a little bit of volume, but without making your eyes look clumpy. You can certainly go in and build up the product, but I personally prefer to have them kind of like wispy and not super thick, so I only do like one coat. And I feel like mascara is just always such a good staple to have with you, because if there's one thing that you can do that really just makes you feel like more awake, eyes more open, it's applying mascara. And now for the recommendation that I'm not actually bringing with me, but I would recommend because I think it's so small, compact, and convenient. I haven't opened mine yet, and I don't want to open mine because I don't want to have to worry about it expiring quite yet. But this is the Kjaer Weis, the Quadrant in the color family Wanderer. And I have the refill here and then one of their red packaging, which is something relatively new for them. If you guys aren't aware of this, Kjaer Weis usually has metal packaging, but they've offered a less expensive alternative of this red paper packaging, which is equally as beautiful and really, really lightweight, so great for travel. So you just pop this pan right into here, and then you have like an eyeshadow palette with 4 different shades that you can use. They're all neutrals, which is what I tend to gravitate towards, and I just thought for travel this would be a really great palette to have with you since it is so small and compact. Moving on to complexion products, again we're keeping this super simple, so it's just current favorites, what I'm using every day. And the first is this Minori Orchid blush. I did a whole review on Minori products, so you can go check that out. We talked about their lip glosses, we talked about their highlighter, and their blush. So I got to try the shade Orchid, and I absolutely loved it. It's just that like perfect tone that for me very much matches my natural flush, which tends to be on like the more like rose side instead of like a bright pink. I really like the finish of this over the Kjaer Weis foundation. The Kjaer Weis foundation has a bit of like a velvety finish, but there's still some glow to it. And this Minori product has more of like a powder finish. They just go really beautifully together. Yeah, just the texture of them is like kind of perfect for each other. I also enjoy using this on my lids as well, so if I am going to do an eye look, that's what I'd probably do. And then the next product I feel like I would never travel without, just because it's such a multitasker, and that is the Honest Beauty Magic Balm. They've actually since repackaged this and they're doing more sustainable packaging, so I'm like really eager to get my hands on some of their products in their refillable packaging to just see what it's like. I think it's a super cool idea. They're one of the few drugstore brands that's doing that, so I think that's awesome. But I absolutely love this as a highlight. I love this as a lip balm, as just like a soothing balm if my hands are cracked or cuticles. But yeah, for makeup wise, I tend to use this as a highlighter or a lip balm. For lips, I'm planning on bringing 2 products. One is the Minori Gloss in Dream, which again, I have a full review on, so you guys can go check that out if you want to learn more about the product. But what I'm actually going to put on my face today is this La Bouche Rouge, I believe it's called Pink Nude? Nude Pink, got that backwards, lipstick, which for me is like a slightly pinker, lighter version of Rosewater by Kosas. So if you liked Rosewater, then you probably like this. It's a really lightweight, nourishing formula. It's not a stiff lipstick. It kind of smushes into your lips and feels very soft. So it's extremely comfortable to wear and sits somewhere in between like the tinted chapstick lipstick world. So it's, like I said, very comfortable to wear, especially if you have a mask on. It doesn't feel like there's going to be high transfer because you don't need to apply a lot of it. And what I kind of do is apply it on my lips and then just kind of rub it in so that it really stains my lips and kind of stays on my lips. And that is the final step because I am planning to be outside a ton. My skin does tend to get shiny in like my T-zone area and kind of the sides of my nose and my chin. So I have been using a pressed powder, and this one I've been enjoying because it actually has SPF 20 in it too. So not that this is going to be like your SPF, but if you're spending a lot of time outside and you do need a little touch up or dust up, or maybe you need some on your shoulders or something, you can kind of brush this on and you're getting both coverage and a little dose of SPF in it. This is the Jane Iredale Pure Pressed Base, and I also have their brush that I'm planning to take as well. It comes in this cute little case that I've just kept, and it's great for traveling because it's small. So those are all of the products that I'm planning to bring, for lack of a better word, my travel essentials when it comes to makeup. And then I'm just planning on stuffing everything in this Dr. Barbara Sturm bag that I got from one of their kits that I tried. I just think it's the cutest little bag. It's pink and velvet and just really adorable, and it's really big. I can fit a ton in here. So this just makes it really easy. I do bring separate bags for my skincare and makeup. I don't know if that's being high maintenance, but for me, I like to have them separate because sometimes like if you're sharing a room with someone or like you don't want to do your makeup in the bathroom, you can leave your skincare in there. and go bring your makeup bag into a different area where there's better light or something like that. So I like to have them separate. Also helps me stay more organized. But yeah, I would love to know what your travel essentials are, what you pack in your travel bag. Do you bring this many products? Is this super excessive? Do you bring even more products? Is this very minimal? I'd love to know your thoughts, so let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. It means the world, and it's just a really great way to support creators that you enjoy watching. So I think with that being said, that is everything from me. I hope you guys are doing well. Like I said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Bye!